Let's create one more tutorial in FreeCAD. In this video you'll learn to use pad, pocket, fillet, thickness and mirror. So open the FreeCAD and let's go. The first step to create this part, we will select the front plane and make this sketch. And here will be the midpoint in this edge. And the first thing that we'll create this line here with 33 millimeters of length, 28 plus 5, okay? And we will create this line. And the angle between this line here and this one is 30 degrees. So open the FreeCAD, go to create a sketch and select the front plane. Select polyline here, click here in the midpoint, make a line here and another one here. And go to dimension. The length here, 33 millimeters. And the angle between these two lines here is 30 degrees. And here, the distance between this point here and this point here is 6 millimeters. So select this point. The distance here, 6 millimeters. Let me move this dimension a little bit. And now we will create this line here and this one. And the angle between this line here and this construction line here is 18 degrees. And the distance between this point here and this point here is 26 millimeters. So select the line again, click here in this point, make a line here and another line here, and go to constraint, select horizontal vertical, select this point and this point here, and go to dimension. The distance between these 2 points is 26 millimeters. And the angle here, select this line here and this one, the angle is 18 degrees. The fillet here, we will make this later, okay? And now we will create this line and we will create this arc. But so select line, click here in this point, make a line here. And go to arc from 3 points, click here in the midpoint and click here in this point, make an arc here. Okay. And go to dimension. The radius here is 42 millimeters. And press OK. And now we need to create a point for reference. So we will create a point coincident with this arc. And this point here will be horizontal vertical with the center of this arc. And the distance between this point here and the midpoint is 30 millimeters. So let's create this. Select a point. I will create a point here, okay? And go to constraints and select a coincident. Select this point and this arc. And go to horizontal vertical constraints. Select this point and the center of this arc. Okay? When you move this, we'll move that point. And now go to sketch dimension and select this point and the midpoint. And the distance here is 30 millimeters. So we made this profile. So leave the sketch. We need to extrude this. And here we will extrude this only half here. So we will extrude this to this side, 15 millimeters. So go to pad, and the length here 15 millimeters, and press OK. And now we will make this cut. So to create this cut, we will make a rectangle here, and the distance between this line here and the midpoint, or the center line here, will be 19/2. So let's create this. Select this face and go to create a sketch. Let me move this a little bit and go to external projection. And here, select this point here, this edge, and select this edge here. And select rectangle. Make a rectangle here. And go to constraints and select coincident. Select this point and this point here. And make sure that this edge of the rectangle is coincident with this edge of the body. And go to sketch dimension. Select this line here and select the midpoint. The distance here is 19/2. And press OK. We made this rectangle, and leave the sketch and go to cut, pocket, and the type here will be through all, and press OK. We made this cut here. OK. And now we will create the fillets. So we have a fillet here with 2 millimeters of radius, and we have a fillet here with 2 millimeters of radius. So go to fillet and select this edge and select this edge here. The radius 2 millimeters, and press OK. And now we will shell this body. So the thickness of this body is 1.8 millimeters. So go to thickness, and here we will select the face that we want to remove. So select this face, this one, select the radius here, this face, and select this face here. And the thickness here will be 1.8 millimeters, and press OK. We made this one. And now we will make this sketch here to create a cut. Okay, so select this face and go to create a sketch. And here go to external projection. We need to make a projection of this arc because this point here is coincident with the arc. You can see here in this sketch. Okay, we have the sketch here. This point is coincident with the arc. So make an external projection of this arc here. Let me rotate this a little bit. And here, select this arc and make this a construction geometry. And now we will create this sketch. We'll make a line here and another line here. The angle between these two lines is 23 degrees. So select line, make a line here, and make another line here. The angle here, 23 degrees. And we have an arc here with 5 millimeters of radius. This arc is tangent with this line, and the center of this arc is coincident with this line. So select the arc from 3 points, click here in this point, and in this point here, make an arc here. And go to constraints and select tangent, select this arc and this line. And go to coincident, select the center of this arc and select this line here. Okay. The radius here is 5 millimeters. So go to dimension, select this arc, 5 millimeters, and press OK. And the distance between this line here and the midpoint is 3 millimeters. So go to dimension, select this line here, and select the midpoint. The distance here is 3 millimeters and press OK. And now leave the sketch and go to pocket, make a cut here with 1.8 millimeters and press OK. We made this cut. And now to create the other side, go to mirror. And the plane here, select wax Z plane and press OK. We made this one. And that's it. Here we finish our exercise. So thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel for more and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.